that mean? The devil can't trick me with his tricks. I don't even like Halloween. Acing all of my assignments. I need a perfect grade.
Welcome to Real Talk with Real Life Ministries World Outreach. Join me as we discuss young adults in society. Today we have with us Travis Gillum, Miara Powell, 3J Kimber. Join us as we explore topics that real life ministry young adults can relate to. First question. Our goal is to start a young adult ministry. What are you looking for in a young adult ministry? Travis?
First things first, we need someone who's very, very passionate about learning. They got to show interest and want to know what is going on. They want to know more. They have to show interest in what is actually going on, because the lack of effort isn't going to show us anything.
Right.
Yeah.
What I personally would be looking for is friendships. I would want networking is so important nowadays. It's so important to know people and,
Sure.
and who they know. And those people might have, certain connects that might put you on. So
Exactly.
and really connect you and give you those opportunities that you need to grow.
Well, I think alone adult ministry is a young person, alone people that enjoy the presence of God, meaning that they enjoy talking about life and godliness and doing the right thing, just doing the society thing.
Okay.
That also goes back to though, because if they don't have a love for it, they don't know.
Mm-hmm.
So that also plays a role in our job of making sure that that's on point,
So tell me each of your ages. Travis, how old are you?
I'm 20.
How old are you, Miara?
I am 23.
3J, how old are you?
I am 21 years old.
Okay, so you all are new to the young adulthood. Tell me about becoming a young adult. Was it harder than you thought it would be? 3J?
A young adulthood for me is harder with me because I had to be disciplined, right, and have a right understanding.
Miara?
For me, the minute I graduated from high school, it felt like freedom. It was like everything was available to me. And I want to say I was just trying to find a group, find a little clique, find anything and everything to do to try to find my niche. So it takes a while, and I'm still going through that process. So adulthood, it's trial and error, but we live it and we learn it.
I think transferring into the adult life, it has its pros, it has its cons. But the biggest one that stuck out to me was distractions. It's a lot of distractions, especially at our age. There's so many distractions at our age, and it's so much going on in the world that's so differently from how we were raised and how we grew up. It become like, what's going on around here? So seeing through the distractions and everything, I think that's the big thing.
Yeah, and that's why it's so important to, as in who you have around you. So whenever you leaning or you finna touch something you ain't got no business touching, you got somebody to slap your hand and say, hey, don't do that.
That's right.
It's gonna take you somewhere you don't wanna go.
Yeah.
I'm gonna need you to wear this way.
Mostly family do us that because they care about you so much, but you're not thinking that. You're thinking just hating on you, or they just don't kill my fight, that kind of stuff. But
That all
really,
happens when we young,
yeah, but really, you find out when you're getting older, oh, they just love me a whole lot and care me.
A big thing also, I think, is listening to the right people.
Yeah.
You know, like y'all said, with having the right people around you, no bad company ruins good morals. So if you over here, hanging around the wrong people, listening to the wrong people, they'll give you the wrong advice and may have some bad intentions towards you and try to mess you up, or they're uninformed and they end up messing you up in the long run.
Right.
So I think listening to the right people is a real big thing.
Very good. And that's how you're going to end up looking down the road like 10, 20 years, you in your 30s, and you just feel like you done wasted your life doing stuff you got no business doing.
So as young adults, you all are in your 20s. Tell me about Christian dating. How has the dating scene been as a Christian?
I would say for me, it is something I kind of just was thrown out there. I feel like I was just, because when you're young, you're trying to find yourself. You just try to see that in other people. You feel like you need to find yourself in other people. But as you start to grow up and you get older, you need to get to know yourself first. And so that's where I had to step back from the whole dating world and learn things about myself, learn things. What do I love? What are some things I need to learn in order to find my husband? See, I was out there and thinking I just want to date, just somebody quick, just date them and then go on to the next person. But I learned that that's how you hurt yourself.
Right.
And me learning the way that God values relationships and how He made them to be. He wants a man and a woman to come as one, husband and wife. And family is so important to me. And I want a family. I want a strong family. I want after me, I want my kids to have strong family tree. I want a huge, big old family tree. I want them to have the same principles and morals that I'm learning. I want them to have it so that they can take it and grow with that. But I just think when you're waiting, that is what's important.
That's right.
Because while you're waiting, you're out and about traveling, saving money, going after your dreams and goals. Once you're doing that, then you'll stumble upon your husband, and then that's when I feel like life will really start.
Reject.
Dating as a Christian, I'm being real here. Dating as a Christian is a lot harder than dating as a regular person because because a Christian knows, oh, I'm not gonna do this because it would dishonor me and God. Oh, I'm not gonna do that because it will take me to somewhere that I don't want to be in. So dating as a Christian is kind of as a adjustment. But once you get there, dating as a Christian can be a lot more fun and will have a lot more joy to you. But it's gonna take some work first.
That's right. Travis?
To piggyback off of what you said, it is a lot harder. It's really harder because, it does take you places that you don't want to be and keeps you longer than you want to stay. That's the worst part about it. 3 things I try to keep in mind is faith, discipline, and discernment. It's a lot of important things that you need, but in this dating world, faith, discipline, and discernment. You have to be able to see through what's not there. You have to be able to do that. that. So that's your discernment. You need to be able to ask for wisdom from God. Faith. You gotta have faith. Keep your faith in God. Don't ever lose hope. Don't get to the point to where like it's never gonna happen. I'm not gonna get to that point. I'm not gonna be able to get the things that I want. It's never gonna happen for me because God has something special for you and He has something more for you on the other end. So faith, discernment, and discipline. Discipline is a really big thing. It's a huge factor into everything because you want it now, you want everything now. But you have to have discipline and self-control over yourself to tell yourself no sometimes. Listen to God when He tells you no. When He tells you no, it's a no for a reason. It's not because nobody's trying to be mean. It's because there's something else that you don't see. Pay attention to that. Always have discipline, faith, and discernment.
Tell me about tattoos. That seems to be a very popular thing with the millennials now. Is it something that you would do, something you would not do, and what are your reasons?
I don't see nothing wrong with tattoos. And it depends on the person as well, because God might tell that person, don't get no tattoo. You just want to obey God, but some people are able to get tattoos. But I see my favorite gospel artists and prophets and things with tattoos and piercings and things, and they say it's okay, so I think it's okay. I don't really see nothing wrong with it.
3J?
Like I was talking to my mom in the car. I am getting a tattoo because a lot now in this culture, a tattoo, a lot of people getting a tattoo instead of rings. And I think, because I've been watching a lot of cheating videos and stuff like that, and they usually take off their rings so they can do bad stuff and things like that. But I think a tattoo on you while you marry it being like, hey, we are joined together. We end this because marriage is going to God and just say, hey, I want to be with this person for better and for worse. And a lot of people don't really, I think a lot of people don't really understand for worse. They just think, oh, as soon as it get kind of shaky, or be like, no, I don't want to do this. Or be like, look at the wall and be like, well, we have less money now because you keep buying everything. Sorry, but you keep buying everything, but hey, better for worse, it means that, hey, let's talk it out. We are joined together. This is not this is not me and you. This is we and us.
Together.
Yeah.
Right.
Travis?
Y'all joined in as well.
We were talking about the tattoos.
So, honestly, I got a couple tattoos. I think it goes back to your intentions behind them. I think that if you're over here just giving whatever to do whatever, or especially if it's not something that's, there's something out here being negative against God or anything that's really negative to everyone else, or giving a message from your tattoos that can mislead someone else to do something wrong, or, imply that, okay, cool, it's okay to be wrong, everybody. Let's go ahead and everybody do wrong. If you have a tattoo of a rapper or somebody who's not, you got a face of somebody or something, it's like something that's like, probably don't want to get something like that done, So I think that's how I look at it.
It do depend on the person. It do, because some people be on the dark side and they'll get tattoos of 666 or the
Mike.
enemy
Mike, they definitely help.
or anything on them, and that's who they're serving. That's a way of serving. They're serving the enemy when they do stuff like that. But if you're serving God and you say you want a cross or you want a scripture or just something light, airy, like I don't see that as a sin. I just see it as just something that's really towards God, you know, that you just want on your body. Yeah.
You've been listening to Real Talk with Real Life Ministries World Outreach. We are looking for 10 men and women to join with us every Friday evening from 7 o'clock until about 9 for outings, bowling, skating, dinners out, good ministry, and fun. Join us here every Friday at 7 o'clock for Real Talk with Real Life Ministries.
The devil can't trick me with his tricks. I don't even like Halloween.